when they try to catch me. Me love the way you want them, I may see them run. But you have been a Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Hello everybody, this is Daphne. Shout out to the Crystal Beauty Show. Boom.
Welcome to the Crystal Beauty Show. Today with me I have the funniest man on the planet, Rasheed Stevens. You definitely do not want to miss it, so stay tuned.
I don't want to sound cocky when I say this, but it's like I can see things before they even happen. I know exactly where the defenders are going to be at. I know where my teammates need to be at before they even know where they need to be at.
I got this local food down in Mexico. He gets it through the border, and I pick it up. It's a solid rocket.
Oh, okay. So it's my fault now.
I'm not the one walking around with the mark on my back, am I?
You do know how to use this, don't you? It's easy. Just pull the trigger.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
Good, good. Thank you so much for honoring this request to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Nice. So, apart from comedy and acting, what else do you do?
Work out, I guess. I don't. I do a lot of different stuff. I would say to kill time. I love to work out. I love to read literature. I'm a big fan of literature. I love reading and writing, and just talking about people in general. I love roasting people. It's a happy joy of mine. I love meeting people and traveling. Those are things that really kind of excite me. I love to travel and see beautiful people like you.
All right, so you've been in comedy for a while. How did it all start for you?
Comedy, I guess I was like one of those guys who was a class clown. Okay. So, I mean, I kind of evolved from there. You know, I was always that silly type of person that I always had that charisma and that funny bug in him. So it was only natural after I finished college and my football career was up to go inside comedy and acting, because I was always I always had that entertainment bug in me. So I don't know, I guess it was natural. Like I said, I remember when I was in middle school, I don't know what you guys call it, but I guess the national terminology would be roasting. We call it joning from Georgia, or they call it the dozens in New York. But in middle school, they have this table with me and this guy named Brandon, and we would sit right there and roast for the entire lunch break. We would roast each other or everybody else in the lunchroom. And my teacher said, "Gosh, you may not be the smartest, but you're really good at that. You have a future, son." I said, "Yes, I was going to say the same thing about your teaching. You stink."
Okay, so which do you do most? Stand-up comedy or comedic movies?
Lately I've been doing more so of stand-up comedy, but I would prefer. I love movies. I love them both. I really can't say which one I like more. Which one would you like to see me in more? Let's ask that question. That question has never been asked.
Movies, maybe. Just
movies?
Because I love movies.
Oh, you love movies?
Yes.
I'll make a movie for you.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Call it the Crystal Beauty Show.
Yeah. Rasheed just took this shit over. You're really nice.
So, where does your inspiration come from?
Where does it come from? That's a good question. I would say just me observing the world from a different perspective. Like I don't know why, whether you believe in God, universal energy, or whatever it may be, but I always see the world differently. And even when something is like the most catastrophic events are happening, or something tragic in my life has occurred, I know how to find the funniness in it, the humor in it. I know how to laugh about it. It makes my life at ease. So I guess it's something that's within that I can't really explain, that manifests itself and make me into the guy I am today.
Nice. So before you get on stage, how do you prepare?
How do I prepare before I go on stage? I like to go over different points. Sometimes I like to I got different set notes. Like I say, hey, I want to talk about the president today. And I will kind of say, I write down jot notes like, hey, is this going to work? I utter those words out loud. And on stage, it's kind of like a comedian can never fully prepare for what he's going to ultimately say entirely, because you're going to get a different response from the audience. So like if I have an audience, if I have a planned set list, I want to talk about these topics. But then when I go and see the audience, it's a totally demographic than what I have written down. So it's almost like I got to have all these mental jot notes of what I could talk about, and I have to kind of fill the crowd out. Like once I get on stage, like, oh, this is all women, so I can't do all the misogynist jokes. Or, hey, there's a lot of gays in here, so I can't do the, so I gotta follow the crowd. I gotta kind of make the crowd my lady. We have to have intimate relationship.
Nice, nice. So comedy actually has the ability to make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
So how funny do you think you are?
Very, extremely. What other words can we use? Adjectives? Help me. I could keep going on and on all day. I am that guy. I'm the epitome of it. Okay. If I'm not right now, then I will be. So, sorry, Eddie Murphy. What a Karamash. I want to apologize to you comedians. I'm the best.
All right. So I've noticed you collaborate a lot with some African actors, artists. So what has your experience been, and who are some of those people you've worked with that are African?
Freddie P, Sandra Fondu. No, she's gonna kill me for saying that. I like saying that. But those are just a couple to name. But Sandra Dufan.
Fondue.
Yes. Yeah, I always call her Fondue. I don't know why I want to say fondue. But her and actually a lot of other people too, just to think about it, this girl named Crystal. Not you, but it's another girl named Crystal. I don't know. I guess it come from my upbringing too. My mother was very much into like African culture and black culture. So I don't know. I guess I tend to gravitate towards them, or something about me gravitates towards them, even though I have no really personal relationship with Africa. I just feel, spiritually I do, because of the foundation my mother brought me up in. So, and I always think it's a beautiful culture, because it's something that a lot of us as Black Americans, we don't have any kind of like knowledge of. So I think anything of the unknown is always interesting to me, and I'm always willing to get enlightened, or, just learn something new about something I don't know. So, I mean, that's fulfillment for me in life and with comedy. And I mean, even on stage, I guess that's, you see the truth of it too. Like when I do some of the African accents, just because like this guy named Freddie P, he's from Nigeria. And I mimic everything he says, cause, I don't know, because you never know. Later on down the line, I may do like a comedy movie where it's like, it's supposed to take place in Nigeria. I'm like, hey, I knew this guy for like 10 years. I can do the accent. Pick me. I'm the best person for that. So all those different things just kind of like collaboratively makes me want to just embrace that culture so much. I don't know. I guess, was that good?
Yeah. Yeah. So does that mean you plan on visiting Africa sometime soon?
Of course. Once
what
my
country?
finances get together. You said what countries would I like to? I want to go to Morocco. I definitely want to. I would love to go to Kenya, Ethiopia. It's a lot of places I want to go to. You know what's funny though? A lot of people initially when they see me, like when I meet a lot of people from the African continent, they think I'm Nigerian. Like, oh, you from Nigeria? I knew I am not. This is crazy. So, how do you know, brother? They very, like Freddie P, the guy I was telling you about from Nigeria, he's very like aggressive. Like he's a good guy, but I noticed like Nigerian people, they very assertive, like in a kind way, in a very caring way. Like the first time I met him, hey, what is your name? I'm like, chill, we're in church, man. Like, you are nothing. It's a beautiful culture though. So pretty much anywhere I would love to go, just travel all around like African continent.
Can you do a little piece for our viewers, please? A comedic piece, please.
Oh no, Lord! Oh no! What could I do? I don't know. Are kids gonna be watching this?
Yes.
Oh,
Keep it clean.
Excuse me. Whoa! You just see how she just threw that curveball at me? You can't do that, woman.
Yes, I can.
Me doing kids? Okay, what can I do? Wait. I'm very vulgar sometimes. Okay. Well, I can tell people this story, though. I just do something. I like to tell people how I just finished college. I did. I didn't graduate, I just finished, but technically the way everything works, my finances and stuff, I did finish. And I had a lot of tragic out here too. My car just recently got impounded, so that means now I ride public transportation. And I realized one thing: people in LA don't respect people who ride public transportation. The reason why I know this because when I had a car, I didn't respect people who rode public transportation. You ask me why? Just feel like the right thing to do. I was trying to talk to this girl one day, and I reached in my pocket, and my bus pass fell out. She's like, "Oh, bag, you smell like public transportation." I'm like, "Woman, we on the same bus. What you mean? I got a monthly bus pass. You have a weekly. You have no ambition." That was the moral of my story. Put it to the piece. Oh no, it was tough. Just a little something.
All right.
I was trying to be nice and kind to the camera.
I saw you in the Budweiser commercial.
Oh no!
Yes, with the whole Afro thing going on.
Yes, that was inspired by Ethiopia girl who I dated in my dreams.
So how did you land that gig?
It's funny. I actually, I'm not big on audition. I know this is gonna sound horrible coming from an actor, but I don't enjoy the process. But it just so happened that they was looking for some comedic actors. And I was like, oh, I could do this. And I went in there and I was just being myself. I was very transparent. I was animated. I was everything they wanted to be. And I didn't think anything about it. And right when I was walking out the room, I swear to God, it was like literally 5 minutes later, I was on the bus. I got a call. It was like, hey, we're going to put you on the veil. Then like 10 minutes later, they say, you booked it. I was like, whoa, okay. So I just went in there. I guess I was being myself. I said from that day forward, I would just not care anymore. I guess not caring gets you the job, I guess. Like, I don't care. I just be myself. Not caring. I don't know. Not caring got me my... No, I don't want to talk about that. You said it's a kids channel.
Okay, so if you're not doing comedy, if you're not acting, what will we find Rasheed doing?
You said this is for kids, right?
It's not for kids, but
kids gonna be listening.
Yeah, some of them do watch
Okay,
it.
so
My little cousins watch this.
Yeah, so we can't talk about that. What could you find Rasheed doing? You can find me in the gym. I'm always... Oh, and I do volunteer to coach little kids. I played college football. Like I don't know if I mentioned that to you, but I played college football. So that's always a love and passion for me. So anytime I'm not doing that, I will volunteer myself to like the kids like at Hollywood High School or any other high schools I could go to and say, hey, can I give a helping hand? Like, because I know this sport. This is my sport. So I mean, I love volunteering and just doing stuff like that in general. Anything that could help a cause and at the same time be fun doing. I love doing it.
So why did you stop playing football?
Well, I sustained, I think, roughly about 14 different concussions from my senior year in high school to my junior year in college. It wasn't until I got a CAT scan like, whoa, I didn't know I had that many concussions. Because believe it or not, I was 230 pounds in college, rock muscle. And the way I used to deliver the hits, I hit people very unconventional, very unorthodox. So sometimes I used to hit people so hard, I knocked my own self out. And I didn't know, football, you're not thinking anything about it, but I remember it was this one day in practice. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds in college. I had to go head to head with this running back. He was 6'3", 265 pounds. Running a 4.5. If you know anything about sports, just period, that's a big dude running that fast. And I went on a head-on collision with him. And I believe I was knocked out for 10 seconds, like they said. And I hit him and he went back. And I went and got a CAT scan. I was like, whoa. And it made me very conscientious because my mom died at an early age. She died when I was 11 years old. And I was like, I want to have kids one day. I wanted them to see me grow old, Mm-hmm. And I said, I had to question myself. I said, is football really going to give me that ultimate happiness? When I mean that spiritually, physically, and mentally. And I knew if I kept hitting people like that, I probably was going to lose 2 or 3 of those. So I had to question myself, like, was I really willing to go forward with this? And as depressing as it was, I had to put my shoulder pads and hang my cleats up and say, hey, I had to find a different avenue to make me happy other than football. And ultimately, I made that decision right then and there. My junior year of spring training, I said I can't do it no more. I had sprained my MCL and my knee twice, so I was like, it's not worth it. Like, hey, coach said you was a good comedian. So I said, let me find a different route. And it took me about a year, though. I'm not gonna lie, it took me about a year. I had went through a lot of different mental phases in life. Like, I didn't know. I mean, a lot of serious events, and kind of comedy. Like I said, it gravitated itself towards me. Like, whoa, this is what you good at. I just had an aha moment in life. You ever had one of those?
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, this is it. I think I was cracking a joke on somebody. I'm like, whoa, you're really funny. I'm like, yeah, that's what I should do. And I'm gonna tell you guys this funny story. It's not really funny, but another thing that triggered it, that made me really say, I'm gonna pursue this. I remember I was dating this girl in college. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's about 5'7", 122 pounds. I don't remember her much. I know she had brown eyes, dark skin. I don't remember much about her. You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
woman, if you ever see this. But she and I was sitting there at her house, and she was in this argument with her sister on the phone. And I was sitting there and listening, and her sister had been an actress also, came out here to LA, but she ended up partying too much, blase. She's like, you're nothing, you don't never be an actor. And that's all I kept hearing, even though she was explaining to me about her sister is nothing. Like, my sister is nothing. You know how women want to complain to men. And most of the time we don't listen, but she kept telling me like, blase, and all I heard was actor. I'm like, whoa. And I just went into this space. I said, I could be an actor. Wow. And I remember at that moment, I said, actor, comedian, that's what I need to do. That is my gift. That's what I was destined to do. And at that very moment, don't remember the exact date, November 22nd, 2010, at roughly 4:53 p.m. I don't really remember, but that was when I had that moment to say, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for those who want to become comedians?
Kick rocks. I would say just do what you love. I say if you feel it, I say get up on stage as many times as you can. Write every day, because I'm constantly writing every day. I'm still not where I want to be at ultimately as a comedian or actor. So every day I'm on a stage. If I'm not busy doing something else in my career, whether that's filming or something, I'm up on the stage. I'm at open mics. I'm writing. I'm even if you can't find a stage, you gather some of your friends around, tell jokes. Like, it's always a platform to kind of make yourself better. So I said each and every day you can make yourself better. Like, read. I read a lot. I'm reading on different comedians or different actors, or just reading general knowledge of stuff, because it actually like for instance, I read this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Has nothing to do with acting or comedy, but what it does for you, it gives you a broader lens of topics to talk about, because it opens up your mental capacity, and it makes it easier for those thoughts to flow.
Here with me, I have the amazing, talented, in fact, my celebrity crush, by the way.
Oh,
I think I mentioned that a lot on Facebook.
Thank you.
Bryan McClure.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Like, I know you're so busy, so thank you so much for granting us this
glad to be
interview.
here. Glad to be here.
Thanks. So how you doing?
Things are good. Things are busy. Gearing up this week for, as we talked about last time, Space Command. So it's about to happen.
I know you gave us so much detail about Space Command last time, and it's amazing that you guys start shooting. You say you start shooting tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they've shot a little bit. They're shooting it in 2 different phases.
Okay.
And this phase is the phase where I actually get to do my work. So I'm very excited about it. It's game time.
Nice. How prepared are you for that?
I'm ready. I mean, it's. I feel like as an artist, you can always be more prepared. You always kind of want to keep working something more. But when you get on set, and you just kind of you work it and keep playing with it and just make things happen while you're there too. So I'm gonna go home after this, like I was telling you, and just kind of sit with the material and just kind of like think about it, bathe in it a little bit, and just be there. So that when I actually get on set, it's game time.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare yourself before shooting?
I think just the more familiar you can be with it, and just trying to get in touch with what the truth is that the writer is created in the story. So just trying to just know who you are. I need to know myself in this story, and just be true to the things that I'm going through in the telling of this story. I think that the more you know, the better off you can be. So just like spending time with it, really.
Okay. I know we talked about this in the first interview, but for those people who have not seen that one, can you tell us a little bit about your background in acting. How did you get started?
Sure, yeah. Acting was not something that I ever planned on doing in my life. It actually came to me. I always wanted to be a professional basketball player growing up, but I really didn't grow up much. I'm not extremely tall, which a lot of basketball players are. But don't let that fool you. I can still play, still pretty good point guard. But I also, growing up, I found that I really loved art. And so I did a lot of art growing up. I did a lot of painting and drawing, and in that, I just realized there was a world of creativity to explore. And then I ended up getting my degree was in graphic design, so another way to do art, and then eventually acting started working its way into my life. And it was first I was looking for a summer job. Actually, I saw something online that said make money acting, and I had some friends that did commercials and print stuff growing up, and they always really seemed to like it. And I was like, all right, I'll sign up for this thing and see what happens. And it wasn't that summer, but the following summer I actually got a call out of the blue that was like, we want you to come to this commercial audition. And I didn't really know, I didn't make the connection that it was from the previous summer. I'm like, okay, I got this weird phone call. People want me to come to this commercial audition. But I went and I ended up booking it, and that was like the first gig that I did, and I had a lot of fun. Every time you get on set, people are from so many different walks of life, and they have their stories, and they're really interesting people, and there's always food on set. You can't go wrong with that. Getting paid to just have fun and be around cool people. So I was like, I need to look into this more.
Nice.
And things just started building on itself from there.
So you mentioned having a degree in graphic design. Do you use that in any way right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that's interesting as an actor is you have to really make an actor that's more in the beginning phases where you're still trying to make people aware of who you are. You have to also have a good business sense, and sometimes that requires creating marketing material. And so I definitely get to use it in creating my own business cards or creating postcards or even my own website. Those kinds of things have been really handy.
You created your own website?
Oh yeah, I've created.
I've been. It's really good.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
It's actually unfortunately down at the moment because I'm transferring it to a new server.
Okay.
Tech Talk. But yeah, I did. I created my own website and my own marketing material. So it's nice to have that skill in my back pocket, that I can use for those kinds of things.
Nice. So what would you say, what aspect of your acting do you think you need to improve on?
All of it. I was talking with someone yesterday actually. He's a newer actor, just moved out here recently, and I was just talking about how the more you actually learn about acting, the more you actually know about it, the more you know that you don't know. So it's like I realize now there's just even more that I can learn about it, because basically acting is study of people, just how any individual is in different circumstances, and that just encompasses every person that ever walked the earth.
Yeah.
And so that's there's no way I'll ever be able to learn everything there is about people, but all I can do is try and learn as much as I can in the story that I'm currently working on. So it's there's just infinite things to learn, which is exciting and scary and awesome and everything. It's cool. That's what I like about it. It's you can never actually fully accomplish everything about it. There's always something new to explore, which is exciting.
All right. We're going to take a quick break.
Sure.
And we'll be right back. And
Awesome.
when we come back, we'll actually be taking questions
Okay.
from people who watched the previous interview, and they had some
Awesome.
questions for you.
Cool.
So we'll be right back.
Great.
All right. Welcome back to the Crystal Beauty Show. So before the break, we had some questions that you have a lot of fans from.
Oh.
Yes, from Africa, specifically from Cameroon.
Oh,
For some reason, a lot of people like you down there.
I appreciate that.
And I think that's because you mentioned that you're interested in visiting sometime.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love
Yeah.
to go.
So a lot of them have some questions. They actually send me the questions on Facebook. I'm just going to
Cool.
read through them, okay?
Sure, please do.
The first question comes from Brenda, and she's from Manfei, Cameroon. Manfei is actually, do you know where Manfei is?
I don't.
Heard of it? No?
I haven't. No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Actually, it's a tribe
Cool.
in Cameroon. And she's asking if you're married. And if you're not, if she can call you.
Well, I am not married. I don't know about the calling thing. I don't typically give my number away public. I'd like to meet the people first before I typically like to give my phone number out. But if you happen to find it and you won't give me a call, I'll speak with you.
Or maybe Twitter?
Yeah, you can contact me on Twitter for sure.
Okay, how can she contact you?
At Bryan McClure. It's at BryanMCCLURE. Hit me up. I'll chat with you.
Nice. And Gary from Canada wants to know what you do for fun.
Well, that's a good question. What do I like to do for fun? I mean, I like to spend time with friends, really. That's like, friends and family is the most fun I have. Like, when I can just like be myself and nothing else matters. That's like, and that's when I'm with my friends and family. But because I tend to really like to pour myself into my work a lot of times. But I'd say fun stuff, like I've gone skiing with my friends over some Thanksgiving holidays recently, which is a lot of fun. My family came out and visited. We went down to Laguna Beach, it's really nice down there. And my sister actually got married there a couple of years ago, so it really has a special meaning to our family. And we just had fun there. Disneyland, we went there one time. That was fun. Getting excited about going to the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios.
I hear those ones are really horror.
It's gonna scare me
Yeah.
for sure. I'm gonna have to wear my adult diapers so I don't,
You should.
I'm joking.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
All right. The next question is coming from Abanda. She wants to know what designer you love the most.
What designer I love the most? Is this like painting design? Is it like
Clothing.
Oh, clothing. I'm learning a lot about fashion. Growing up, it was never something I really took into consideration much, but I find that in Los Angeles, it's very important. So I'm learning more about it. I don't know if I have a specific top-notch designer that I really gravitate towards at this point. Like you're wearing an amazing outfit right now.
Oh yeah. This was designed by A Swagger.
Oh,
he's actually an Ivorian and he's based in Boston.
Nice.
Yeah, I love his design.
Yeah, it's great. I have never worn a dress like that, so I can't tell you.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I mean, there's certain clothing stores and stuff that I enjoy, but I don't know if I have a specific designer that I can really say is my go-to at this point.
Okay, great. And Stella from Holland, she wants to know what your favorite actor is.
Oh wow, that's a good question. There's a lot of actors that I really like and respect, so it's hard to narrow it down to just one. Some of them that I really enjoy, Matt Damon, I really appreciate him quite a bit. Someday I hope to meet him. Jim Carrey quite a bit. He was a big inspiration to me growing up. Like my comedy, like when I'm around my friends, like that's pretty how goofy I am. Like Jim. Denzel Washington, I think he's incredible. Just a powerhouse. He brings it every time. Meryl Streep, she molds to everything she does. She is those people. Let's see, Daniel Day-Lewis, he's another one of those that just he can just transform into everybody that he is. I mean, I can just keep going on. There's so many amazing people. Kevin Bacon, I get that I look like a young Kevin Bacon a lot, so it'd be cool to meet and work with him sometime. Those are just a few that pop into my head right now, but there's a lot of very talented people that I would feel privileged to get to work with at some point.
Okay, nice. I think that's all we're gonna take today.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for your guys' questions.
Do you have any last words for the viewers?
I appreciate you guys tuning in and for your fanship, if that's a word. And yeah, stay tuned. We got Space Command coming up and some other projects in the works, so stay tuned.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, leave your comments. Follow us on Twitter like our Facebook page. And until next time, this is Crystal saying bye bye.